Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bimi and today we're going to be talking about semantic HTML tags and the overuse of these. What is the link between overusing of these and the need for semantic HTML tags? By the way, if you do not know what HTML means or what HTML tags mean, then I have a previous video on HTML. I'm going to put the link in the description box below. You can check it out before heading down here to continue this video. So what are these elements? If you know about HTML tag, you know that a div element is literally like an HTML element that is used to like create a division, structure your content, your HTML content. And it's basically like an empty container that you can, turn into whatever it is you want it to be. So it's literally like up to you. It's basically, it doesn't have meaning until you give it meaning. So you can control it, you can manipulate it, you can use a div to create a button, you can use a div to create a paragraph, you can use a div to create a builder text. So what are semantic HTML tags? Semantic HTML tags are basically just HTML elements that convey their meaning both to the developer and to the browser. Their names usually, in most cases, denote their meaning, and they communicate that meaning to you as the developer that is using them to write code, and the browser that is interpreting them to the user. So we have different examples of HTML, semantic HTML tag. The first major one is the header tag. And just like its name denotes, it is used to like define an introductory part of something. And as an header, it will usually be at the top of whatever section it is, right? So as a developer, you learn the meaning. And the browser also does not the meaning. Once the browser sees like an header element, you know that, this will most likely be on top. And this is most likely doing some form of introduction. We also have other examples like the nav. It defines navigation. We have the name that like defines like the major section of like a web page. We have the article tag. It defines like an independent section of a page that consists of like maybe a blog post or an article. We also have the section tag, right? It is used to define like a group of related content, right? So as a developer, we see like a section tag, you already know that whatever is inside it is like related, can be classified as a section. And as well as the developer, the browser also knows that, okay, whatever is inside this tag is related, it is connected in some way. We also have the footer, is usually at the lower bottom of the web page. It mostly always contains supplementary information like links, email addresses, and the developer and the browser always know when the browser sees a footer element, it knows that, okay, this is most likely at the bottom, and this is most likely containing additional information. Okay, now why do we need to use semantic HTML as opposed to divs? Because I like this, they are easy to use. You don't have to pack it, you can just call it div, right? But there are differences and there are advantages of using semantic HTML tag. This is an example of an HTML context with majorly div tags, and this is another example with majorly semantic HTML tags. They are different, right? They produce the same results. You are probably going to see the same thing on your web page, but they are different and they create different effects. There are several advantages to using semantic HTML as opposed to just using divs. And the number one major advantage is clarity and readability. If you see the two codes that I show you, you already know that there is one that is more readable, more structured than the other one. And this is like a major advantage that semantic tag, HTML tag gives us. It gives us this ability to have a well-structured hierarchy of code that is easy to read, easy to understand, and by extension, easy to maintain for the developer and other developer that might want to work on that particular code in the future. Number two advantage is improved accessibility. There are so many different users of technologies. We have people that are disabled and still have to make use of these technologies. So to make it accessible to all kind of users, all kind of people, there are assistive technologies like screen readers that help to interpret these things to people with disability. And writing semantic HTML, writing semantic markup helps assistive technologies like screen readers to understand whatever is going on. So a screen reader wasn't a div or a span, a non-semantic tag is basically, it doesn't have meaning. But when you use semantic tags, order, section, nav, footer, the screen reader is able to understand, oh, this is the order, this is the footer, and by extension, making whatever it is that you're providing with your code, whatever solution you're providing with your code, it makes it accessible to everybody, even people with disabilities. Number three is search engine optimization. Search engines favor well-structured content. So if you use semantic tags as opposed to using non-semantic tags like divs and spans, search engines are able to understand your content and by extension, rank your page higher and improve the visibility of your page. So basically, using semantic tag for SEO optimization, search engine optimization, is like saying, if you use a learner div, it's almost like saying this is a book. But if you use a semantic tag, then you're saying this is a book of Bible story. Search engines understand semantic tags better, and by extension, they rank your page higher when you're using more semantic tags, and your page gets more visibility. Number 4 is future proofing. Web standard and technologies are ever evolving. If you're in the tech industry, you will understand what I mean. The standards are ever changing. There's always this ever evolving thing going on. And semantic tags are aligned properly with evolving technologies and evolving web standards. So by using more semantic tags, you are literally future proofing your code. You are helping compatibility with future web advancements and all of that. Number 5, consistent styling. Semantic tags usually come with like default styling, even though this can like sometimes be annoying if you want to like override the styling. But all in all, it's still better to use them than to use non-semantic tags and then style from scratch, because we have all of these earlier benefits, and it also comes with some default styling that you can easily manipulate around, and it's able to like you're able to keep your styling consistent across board if you continually use semantic tags. Number 5 is easy debugging. Using semantic tags really help you streamline debugging, because the logical structure of your code, it helps easy, quicker identification and resolution of errors and bugs, and this kind of like just helps streamlines debugging process in the long run. So yes, using semantic HTML as opposed to just using divs, it helps you to keep your code readable, maintainable, clear, clean, accessible. It gives you all of this advantage. And it is basically the standard. I honestly do not believe that we can eradicate the use of using div tags. Div tags are also very much important and useful. But before you use a div tag, try to check if there's like an available semantic element that can replace the use of that div tag before you now settle into using a div tag. So before you use a div tag, ask yourself, can I use header instead? Can I use a footer tag instead? Can I use nav? Can I use aside, article, summary, time? Can I use all of this instead before using a div tag? You can still always use a div tag, but there are other options that you should consider before using a div tag. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notifications for more software development and coding tech content. My name is Bonnie. Till I see you next time. Bye and happy coding.